Hi, and welcome again to another edition of Market Analysis for today, August 26th. I'm Giovanni Benacourt, analyst, trader, and educator with Vantage Markets. Alrighty, let's get with it. So Friday, we had a nice day on Friday. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell all but promised an interest rate cut at their next meeting in September, and stock traders cheered, lifting indexes more than 1%. Markets were quick to price in a series of quarter-point cuts for the next several meetings, bringing the benchmark rate down more than a percentage point within a year. But just as when traders thought a stock drop earlier this month meant the Fed will be forced into an early half-point move, they're getting ahead of themselves. To be sure, any reduction in borrowing costs is probably good for stocks. It will be interesting to hear this week from Nordstrom, Salesforce, Lululemon, NVIDIA, among others, about what their executives think lower interest rates might mean for the outlook. Now, Powell was also reserved. He's not ready to throw caution to the wind to give the economy a boost. The publication of the Personal Consumption Expenditures Core Price Index, the Fed's preferred gauging of inflation, is coming out on Friday, and this could temper expectations again. So, with that being said, let's take a look at what we can expect for today, for this week. In reality, well, as you could probably see, let's see if we can help you out. We are in an asymmetric angle. So therefore, this type of pattern indicates obviously a mark that the market is within range. It's in balance. Okay, in basically looking for a trajectory. Now, looking at how the chart is, we are on the top end of the market fluctuation. Okay, so we are sitting closer now to that new all-time high, close to 21,000. Okay, the news coming out this week, companies still looking out to report, so we might see an attempt, obviously, at reaching those levels. Initially, we need to break close above that 20,000 psychological resistance level. The 50-day moving average is flat. It is sideways. This is going to be acting as a dynamic support level for it, specifically here in the Nasdaq. Okay, so a probable move will be to break out of this edge. Okay, to the upside towards that 20,000. So that's where I'm favoring that move towards the upside, cautiously, obviously. So as far as the S&P goes, well, we are right there on our level of resistance. So therefore, 57,000 being a psychological round number, and obviously that new all-time high as well for the S&P. So cautiously speaking, moving by the index, the Dow, we are above the level of resistance that we had for last week. So we're just gonna come in and go up to the highest point. We're gonna move our level of support to right around here. Okay, so buying. Ooh, Russell, nice move to the upside. I'm gonna use that upper Bollinger Band, and look, just right around the top. So that is a nice level of resistance, and let's just use right below the 2200 psychological level of support for the Russell. So buying the Russell. And Nat Gas, nice move to the upside on Nat Gas. The market is moving strongly, so let's just use 78. Nice round psychological number, 74 as our support. So moving nicely higher. Keep that in mind. Let's keep buying that crude oil. Let's see when Nat Gas populates. Take some time to populate. All right, there you go. All right, so Nat Gas has been on a tear. The medium of the Bollinger Bands has been just trading sideways. So let's just use that as a probable level of resistance. So just use that there. And I am going to leave that level of support. Now I'm going to move the down. So initially it did open with a gap down. Okay, it has been closed. So we have been making move to the downside. I assume I am going to speculate that we are going to come in and revisit that low created at the beginning of the month. So selling Nat Gas, cautiously selling Nat Gas. Gold, oh nice. With all this scenario in the Middle East, Israel, and whatnot, 2540 is going to be my level of resistance, and 2480 is going to be my support. Cautiously buying it, so looking for buy entries. Silver also picking up above our level of resistance, so 30.5 is going to be good for silver, and I'm going to use the 50-day moving average as my support. Buying silver. Copper. Copper is about to, I think copper is going to break out. This is obviously trading above what it did for an entire week. Okay, so now we are above that. That should be a nice psychological support level, and so therefore let's assume and let's speculate. Let's use the bottom of this range as support. So buying. Oh, that's gonna be a nice breakout soon. All right. Bitcoin also looking to do a nice move to the upside, perhaps, but it's right now it's trading lower. I'm gonna speculate that Bitcoin will probably just trade down towards the 50-day moving average and do a reversal. I'm thinking that's gonna happen. I'm gonna raise my level of resistance anyhow to 66,000, and I'm gonna put my support there. So initially selling Bitcoin, and then finally move to the upside. Ethereum has finally done something, and coming out of that trading range it was creating for an entire week. So let's just use 2860. I'm going to use the medium for the level of support. The currencies. The euro has peaked towards the 112. It touched that, it retraced. I'm going to use the top of the Bollinger Band as my probable level of resistance, and looking to come in and buy it again. It did open with the gap down. Okay, and so let's see. You could probably use profit taken. The pound is just pounding away. So let's keep pounding away. 131 support. It did open with a gap down, so keep that in mind. Dollar index is going to be the one that decides really much a lot of things. And after picking itself lower than 101, we should have seen more movement to the upside on gold and then Bitcoin. So let's assume it's going to. It did open with a gap up, so it'll probably recover today. If it does recover today, you will see pressure on the currencies and the metals. All right, that's it for me today. Have a great trading day, and I will see you tomorrow.